Hello,
and welcome
to another exciting year of
Fantasy
Football 2K15.
I'm here, Dominic Petrozzi, with our commissioner, the one and only Charlie Buckets, Daniel-san Clay McGowan.
Also known as the Karate Kid Wax On, Wax Off 2012 champion. Thank you for joining us. We would like to first give a little update, make sure everyone's aware of the upcoming draft, which is set for tomorrow, the 24th of August.
At 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those located in the Central, Mountain, and Pacific time zones. That's
And
right.
There'll be 6 of us in attendance tomorrow, 6 of the guys out there and further destinations. So if anybody has any issues with draft time, tomorrow 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, you have an issue, we need to know ASAP.
Basically, if you have an issue, you're too late. We're drafting, you're auto-drafting. So, let's go. It's time to get focused.
Still need the money, though.
Give me the money. Clay, what's happening this year? What's the new thing?
You know what, Dom? A lot of people, my phone, this phone here, I've had to update my minutes 4 times already this month. That's $10 per time. And the reason is because of this new keeper scenario.
Huh?
What is that you say? New keeper. Huh? New keeper scenario starting this year. Everybody from 2K14's team was able to keep 1 keeper.
1 keeper.
Per team. Whatever round you drafted them in last year is also the round you will be choosing them this year. 2K15. Please do not mess this up.
Don't go being the motherfucking rookie of the year with your rosin bagging ass. We ain't got time for that, man.
No newbies. You've been selected because we believe that your fantasy football track record, your resume speaks that you should be capable of completing a fantasy football draft. Jonesy, I'm sorry, you've auto-drafted 4 times and we were right next to you. You ended up with 4 QBs. Who drafts 4 QBs?
Oh, pot-belly pig ass.
This pot-belly pig ass. 4 QBs. We can only play 1. We only got 16 players. That's like
Oh, pot-belly pig, 4-legged ass, 4 QB having ass.
25% of this full players were quarterbacks. I mean, come on.
Come on.
But let's dive into something now. Okay? There's a lot of, since this is the 3rd year, it's 2K15, but there's a lot of people that ask me, hey, I don't know your cousin Tyler, or who is this 2-year champ that no one really necessarily knows named Marvin. So we wanted to just throw it out there. We're going to go over each team owner and their keeper, and that's what we're going to do for this segment, beginning now with...
Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Man, I can't wait for this draft.
I think there's some subliminal shots being fired with that one. You know who you are.
So, Marvin, real quick, happy birthday, homeboy. August 24th, 1981, you were born on God's green earth to the mother of Robin and senior Marv, the senior, the first, the original. Happy birthday, homeboy.
You know what? Every year, it's like this dude gets blessed on his birthday.
For everybody that doesn't know, this is Marvin. He's our 2-time defending champion.
Let's start with the champion. Let's start with the champion, Marvin Warner. This year he is elected to keep in his 2nd round. Marvin Warner, the 2-year OG consecutive champion, will be keeping LeSean McCoy with his 2nd round pick.
That's a great pick, Marv. It really is.
It is a good pickup. McCoy's obviously a top 5 guy, if not 1, 2. It's good.
That's
gonna be tough.
That's the main. So Marv, I hope to God you get the 12th pick. Now let's give him the 10th pick. Can we line that up, Commish?
We probably will. We need them to get like a
9.
10th, 11th pick, and then have
9,
to take
9,
McCoy
10.
back on the comeback. But
Right.
if he gets an early pick, it's going to be ugly.
All right.
Let's move on to Gerald Costa, also known as Butler. This guy. Look at this guy right here.
Oh,
Ralph
young
Macchio
ass,
looking
Ralph
ass.
Macchio ass. Oh, Ninja Turtle ass. Kid and play. How far he at?
What's the pizza boy's name on there? Keon. The Ninja
Oh,
Turtle
man.
2
Man.
delivering pizza ass.
Man, old Butler ass, man.
Let's get into this guy. He stays in second place, like
White on rice.
white on rice.
Like. That's probably not the right analogy, G. But y'all know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, it's up and down. He decided with this year's pick, he is going to be taking Matt Forte. Wow. That could.
Wow. That'll probably put him second place. Probably.
It shocked a few people. People were like, "Man, is he going to take Peyton Manning?"
Well, that's right. He could have went
coulda
with the
went
greatest
Peyton.
QB in the history of NFL.
He could, but I understand the rationale. He's going to end up deciding to go with Forte. He's still going to make
He
that
wants
play at
Forte
Peyton.
locked. He wants
He's gonna
Forte locked, second round.
franchised
locked.
him.
Franchise. It's cool. Whatever. Good luck, G.
But he's got something in store for the first round. You can always bet that. Let's move on to a man. Let's go to Chad Baxter.
Young Chad. The newest man to the
Newest
squad.
man.
Basically, if I had a picture of Johnny Football, I'd show it to you, and that it's Chad Baxter. But this is Chad Football.
Chatty football.
I doubt it.
He's like, oh,
Oh, probably not.
this guy pops out of nowhere after years and jumps right into my fantasy football league, stirring up noise.
Stirring up the pot.
Oh man, this dude's keeper
Toking on
selection.
the tuna.
Did you realize what this dude's keeper selections look like? Adrian Peterson first round, DeMarco Murray second round, Jimmy Graham third round.
And he didn't take not one of those bastards.
Not one. He goes 14th round, Julius Thomas.
That's a big play, Bags. I'll give you credit.
There's a lot of value there. There's a lot of value to have that boy at your 14th round.
That's probably the highest value in the entire draft.
There's a lot of people that have already given that award to Percy in the 15th, but
This guy.
it's close.
This
it's
guy.
real close. So let's just move on to me while I mentioned it. Clay McGowan, commissioner. There's my face. The Karate Kid, a.k.a. Wax On, Wax Off. 2012 champion. I decided to go with Percy Harvin, 15th round. I think there's some value there. Cats are sleeping. I'm telling you, but
This old Reggie Bush second round ass, man. He wanted to get rid of the keepers because he realizes he has hands down the worst keeper. But don't count this fool out. I've seen him go 0-6, finish with 7 straight, go into the finals 10 straight.
Okay, tell her your Tinkerbell real quick. Tell her we said your Tinkerbell.
Tell Noli that her daddy said to chill, Bill.
Yeah, and your Tinkerbell now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, her doesn't want
All right.
Okay. Then
While
you
he's
can-
dadding, I'm going to keep going.
No, wait. Hold on.
Nah,
Hold on right there, real quick. There was a point you were gonna say right before she came in here.
Yeah, I was telling Cats, that even though Clay's going to have the worst.
Listen,
The worst
draft, keepers, whatever you want to come at me with, it doesn't matter. That's not where I shine. That's not what I do. I'm the guy back there like this with the puppets, pulling strings, roster moves, funny looking trades.
Man, this fool will pay
You know what I
He'll
do.
pay
Don't
you
worry
for
about
players.
I might auto
He'll pay you
draft.
for players. He will pay your entry fee for players.
Multiple. You know who you are out there.
Bobby
Who received
Miller.
money from me.
Bob Miller.
I made some of you cats out there.
All right, well,
Okay,
while we're at
sorry.
it, here, me. It's been a rough couple
OG
years.
status.
Don Petrozzi, original commish, a little bit of controversy. It's followed me through the years. I've had some bad karma. I've gone with the all-felony squad. I've attempted to go on
Let's
the
just go right into it right now. While you mention the all felony squad.
Nice guy.
Go ahead and let these kind folks know who the keeper is.
We're going Le'Veon Bell, 8th round. My man, number 2-6 from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rolling, smoking, toking.
AKA the 20 grand man.
This mother... I tell you what, being the only sole Steelers fan in this entire league, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed like Mike Tom was disappointed. We're here. We're a championship franchise. We come from championship, born and bred, blood, sweat, and tears, and we don't stand for this stuff. But LeVeon, when I see you in Reynoldsburg, I'm going to have a fat boy rolled up, twisted for you. Believe that. We're going to have a good year. We're going to have a good year. Le'Veon Bell, 8th round.
We'll see what plays out over there.
Who we got next, man? Who's next, man? Who's next?
We'll see what plays out. Next, let's go ahead and go with Richard Bruchak.
Old Rich, the old elementary school Easter picture. That's young Richard. It's young Richard Bruchak right there.
He has elected. Let's talk about Rich a little bit, okay?
Well, who Bruchak take? Do you remember?
Bruchak's the kind of guy that always looks like he's got the best team after day one of the draft. Cats are.
He don't. We know better. You don't know. I know you don't because your phone died. So do you know who Bruchak picked, man?
I don't know who Bruchak. I know who he picked.
All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do.
Bruchak picked Demaryius Thomas.
No, he didn't. Baxter picked Demaryius Thomas commission.
No, he picked
Julius.
You're right.
Demaryius Thomas.
Demaryius.
You
He picked Demaryius Thomas. The round of which he selected Demaryius Thomas.
No one knows.
Do you have the app on your phone?
I do, but I don't. So we're gonna keep it moving because this is an 11-minute intro video.
I'm gonna send something out. I'm sorry. Technology, love, hate.
Don't worry. Clay's always coming up just in shy when it comes to having shit lined up, ready to go. Next on the list is one, the only, our main man, one of the biggest main men in all the world, Big Rick Weimer here, and his 1-month-old son who just eclipsed the 5'11", 180-pound mark. If he and I got into the ring, Rick's kid and I'd definitely take him out. But
while we're talking about getting into the ring, I don't know. Take it back to 2000, them big gloves. I'm just going to leave it there. It was a long time ago. But senior locking. Knocked them out of the ring.
Aaron Rodgers, first round.
Aaron Rodgers, first round.
I don't know.
It's like it's kind of looking like, really?
Man. No, man.
Listen, I talked to him. He wants to lock up that franchise, build your team around, kind of year in, year out. I know where I stand.
Ricky.
He loves QBs.
He's Canadian, basically. He's lived in Minnesota so long. He's Canadian.
Sure.
So, I don't know what to say about
they
that.
love quarterbacks in Canada.
They love cheese. They love being big as shit.
They love that. Hey.
Next
on the list, funny. Past teammate, while he loves quarterbacks, this is one guy he sure loved through his years as a Warrior. Josh Harris.
Our man. Urban
Mr.
Meyer.
Two-time National Offensive Player of the Week. Josh Big Arm Harris.
The man can throw it to himself. He can catch it. He can block for himself. And he's going to score all the touchdowns. That's another 2000 quote from our old coach Bob Cabin. What's up, Bob?
And I've seen it. But that's neither here nor there.
Who's
this is fantasy football.
Is he keeping Mike Vick? First round. Man, for being the only cat that ever made it to the NFL, you're definitely struggling the most when it comes to this draft the last 2 years, man. Come on, man. We can't let this one go. Technical difficulties part 2.
Tell him about this dude's draft had more bust than a gas station 75-cent latex condom. It was a horrible bust.
It was bad. Who's he keeping this year?
That's the thing. Like, he was struggling kind of low-key for keeper options. He was talking at one point, this fool told me, like, Jermichael James. LaMichael James. Okay.
Who's his keeper? Come on, we gotta keep him moving. It's 8-hour movie.
His keeper is going to be Victor Cruz. I believe it's 4th round. I'm pretty sure it's 4th round.
All right, we'll come out with the rounds. Who's next?
My cousin, South Carolina, big burly, big old 6'6" burly looking choking chicken ass mother sucker.
Oh, chicken choking ass.
From South Carolina.
Gamecock choking ass.
He has elected to choose Jordy Nelson. And Jordy Nelson, I wish my phone would have died. It's like 3rd, 4th round. I'll send out a text message with everybody's keepers so you don't forget. Don't mess up the keeper this year. You mess up the keeper, you mess up your team. We still want paid, and we don't want to hear you cry.
Man, you old rookie of the year, rosin bagging ass.
Don't be him.
Bring the high.
It's 11
stinky
players. It's
shoe.
11 players, and I'm Marvin. That's LeVeon Bell. So now you got like 9 players to keep track of.
9. All right.
Next, the one, the only, Shaman Mayer himself.
That rude boy.
The rudest of them all from the lum. Let's get it. Crack gun.
This picture just so happens to be posted up with 2 birds that I banged. They look good. They look good.
Wow. Hello. I believe it though.
True.
This guy, he's always one of those guys we mentioned earlier, drafted 4 QBs last year. You always look at his team and you go, what was he thinking? He auto-drafted like 5 times out of 16 rounds last year. And he was standing in front of us. Everybody had access to plenty of instruments to facilitate a non-auto picking ass pick. This guy's selected Montee Ball. That's a good pick.
It's good.
But
Good
I've never seen him do anything.
Good value. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Next. This guy.
Man, this old Bobby Belichick, head coach of the Gotham City Batmans. Man, what is he doing?
Lounging, just like he's been the past few years in fantasy football.
Money team.
You call
Miller.
this guy.
Miller.
You
Where's
can't
your
reach
money?
him. Try to reach him.
I don't even know his number anymore. 895-3775 is his parents' number, I think, from back in the day.
Anybody that can prove they've got a text message from Bobby in the last
half a millennium,
6 months, your entry's on me.
Ooh. Who's he keeping?
He's keeping Eddie Lacy.
It's a good keeper.
I'm pretty sure it's in the 6 too.
6 or 7. You put it out there. Next up.
I'll put it out there.
Next up.
We got Tazilelo.
Tawezo, Coach Tom Myers. Unfortunately for you, my friend.
Division II head coach of the
this
year.
This right here is American football, pal, and I probably got you penciled in last place.
I just want to show you guys something. This picture is pretty indicative of this guy's style of play when it comes to fantasy football. This dude he's playing against,
he will kick you when you're down.
This dude he's playing against, he's got 9 different ace bandages and pads around his knees. He's holding his knee. If you look closely, Todd's kicking the shit out of his knees. That's how he approaches this fantasy football game.
That's how it goes down, man. That's how it goes down. Who's he keeping? Who's Tyler?
And he's paid me money. I've paid him off before.
It's true.
Let it be known.
It's true. It's true.
He's
Ty
payroll.
was part of the reason I stepped down as commissioner.
He's payroll.
It's true. Who's he keeping, man?
Ta is keeping Shane Vereen. Shane
Vereen.
Vereen.
Shane Vereen.
I want to say 7th round, 6th round. I'll send that out. Okay.
Right.
Is that completed? We
That's
missed anybody?
that's the keepers. That is the keepers. And boys, I can't reiterate. I just can't reiterate, man.
Congratulations. See you.
I can't wait
Can't wait.
for this draft tomorrow.
It's going down. And you know who he's calling out right now. There's been a lot of subliminals out there, and they're going to stay subliminals until it's like this. And I got mine out there too.
Early.
Holler.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
We ain't done yet. Pre-draft rankings.
Oh, okay.
Preseason rankings.
That's important. Real important. Let's buzz through these. Marvin, Warner. I think his
Defending
team's
champ.
defending champ. Looking to three-peat this year. Number 1. Number 2, yours truly, the commissioner. The only other champ in the last 3 years. That's who it is. You know who you are. I know who's looking at me right now, like this guy. Number 2 or number 3, we're gonna go to G Costa.
He'll probably finish second.
He'll finish in 2nd.
It's cool.
But because of others' potential of getting first, when you do his average, he ends up at 3. Next we got Chad Baxter. Listen, the kid came in. There was a reason why Marvin and others co-signed this kid. Okay?
Kid can play. Kid can
The
play.
kid can play. Okay? Knowing the number 5, we got your boy, Dom P, always around. Always OG. Bobby Johnson. Next we got Big Rick. He stays with a hefty squad. Okay?
He's a hefty man.
He always has a decent team. Okay?
All lumberjacks, preferably from the WAC conference, Mountain West. Sometimes he ventures up in Canadian. Grab player too.
Hey, he's going to get to the playoffs, but he's probably going to lose first round. Okay? Next we have Tyler McKee, my cousin. You probably never meet him, but if you saw him, it might be on because he's been known to get you on some funny stuff.
I've seen him put up like 160 last year. Straight up.
With running back 4s. Nothing but just average players.
Who's next? Who we got next?
Next we got, jumping down to Ryan Jones. Hey, Ryan's the kind of dude, he'll be in the mix. Trust me. He's focused this year. I talked to him. Following that, we got Bobby Miller. He's been in the money in years past,
but
he's been off the last few years. I don't know what's going on out
Champions of
there
the
in
Sun.
that camp. Champions of the Sun
Let's see.
is more like losers of the dark side of the moon. He might be over there with the reptilians. Next, we got Richard Bruchak finishing that 10th spot. We have to start him low this year. We always start him too high and he ends up low. The facts are the facts. I like him. He taught me a thing or two back when I was first getting into this fantasy football game. But I'm not sure if his game really ever evolved. It might have got stuck back there in 2009, 10, 11. 2014, man. We're expecting more. Next, we got second to last. We got Josh Harris. I hate to say it. He just
Jacob, come on, man. You finished 5th in the Heisman voting in 2004, fam. Your football IQ's astonishing. You've forgotten more about football than Clay will ever know.
There's a difference between book smart and street smart, though. This fantasy football league, streets. Final, we have Tom Meyer. Man,
FUTBOL. This ain't it.
Like Dom said, I think he tries to sub in Cristiano Ronaldo every week. This fool tried to put in Henry last week in his fantasy football mock draft. He's confused on what football this is.
You can throw and catch in fantasy football.
And prove us otherwise.
Hey, girls.
Girls, what you got?
No, say, Daddy's the best.
Daddy's the best.
Say, Daddy's gonna win the championship.
You see that right there? My daughter getting into that bread at an early age. Nothing but a bag of bread.
That's it, man.
I'm coming for the bread.
That's
this
it,
year.
man.
I promise you.
We gotta get back to it, man.
promise you.
We gotta get back to it, man. Tomorrow, 7:30.
Gee,
Ohio
if it's
boys.
something, let it be known.
Ohio
No
boys.
subliminals.
Ohio against the world. 561 South 5th Street. Look it up on your GMAT. Ball. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:30. Draft starts at 7:30.
Look for the text message with all your what pick you are. If you mess up the draft, you messed up your pick. It's gone.